Yat kripatamaham bande Paramananda Madhavam. Okay, Tritiya Adhyaya, Athat Tritiyo Adhyaya. We did Tritiyo Adhyaya till the end, most probably, or till the closer to the end. Yes, that's what we read. Shreyan svadharmo vigunach paradharmat svanushthitat svadharmeni dhanam shreyach paradharmo bhayavahach. So better to, or shall I open with translation?
Well, if you want me to read as fast as you do, it's better that I have
Oh,
it.
sorry.
I can read, but it takes time.
So, okay, no problem. Shri Aurobindo, Aurobindo, Dotru. Sure, it's easier, and translation is there also easier to hold on to the concept, immediately see things. Yeah, I understand. Okay, here it is. 35. Yeah. So better, Shreyan, Svadharmach, one's own dharma, Vigunach, void of qualities, Paradharmat, from the dharma of the other, Svanushthitat, well made, well followed. Svadharmeni dhanam Shreyach, even death is good in Svadharma, but Paradharmach, Bhayavahach, brings fear. Arjuna Uvacha. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anicchanapi varshneya baladi iva niyojitah. That then by whom kena prayuktaha, kind of arranged or forced, ayam papam charati purushah. This purusha, ayam purushah, papam charati, commits sin. Who is forcing Purusha to make anything which is sin? Anicchanapi, as if he is not wanting, Varshneya or Krishna. Baladiva niyojitach, as if he is assigned to it by force. As if he is forced to do sin. And it is in a way a very true kind of exposition of what is happening to all of us. We are forced to be somebody else, something else. We are forced to follow the desires, the preferences, which are not really ours. Who is that who is forcing us to do it? And the answer is very beautiful. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Kama Esha, that is the desire. Krodha Esha, that is the anger. Rajoguna Samudbhavaha, which appeared from Rajas Guna. Mahashanach, Mahapapma, Vidhi enam iha vairinam. It is Mahashanach, it is full of great expectations. Mahapapma, very sinful. Vidhi enam, know it in this way, iha, here, as the enemy, vairinam. Dhumenavriyate vahnih. There are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shlokas, no translation. Sri Aurobindo did not make translations of these, so I will be doing it by myself. Here it is. Dhumena, by the dhuma, by the smoke. Avriyate is covered. Vahnih, the fire. Yatha darshach malena cha, as if by the dust the mirror is covered. Adarsha is the mirror. Malena, by the dust, is covered. Yathol bena vritach garbhach, as if the embryo, the child which is born, is covered by the um, by what do you call it? Embryo cover,
Mm,
ulba,
yeah. Uh,
the shirt. Yeah, being born in shirt. Sometimes they say that is lucky. Yeah. Tatha tena, thus by it, idam avritam. All this is covered. So all is covered by karma and krodha here in this world. Avritam jnanam etena. Even knowledge is covered by this. Jnaninach nityavairana. By the constant enemy of the knower. Kama rupena kaunteya. By the mm, by the one who has the form of karma, o kaunteya. Dushpurena. Analayana cha. Dushpurena, difficult to feel, to fulfill. And analayana cha. Anala is the burning by the fire, which is difficult to satiate.
to, to, difficult to.
By the fire,
Mm-hmm.
flame which is difficult to fill. It's always hungry.
Okay.
So the karma, they cannot be satisfied. Yeah? As Buddhist literature, Dhammapada would say, this desire cannot be satisfied. Even the golden rain or the rain of the golden coins cannot satisfy the desire. It's insatiable. You cannot satiate it. It's always hungry. And it is not because of anything but because of vital nature. Mother speaks about this also very beautifully somewhere. She says if vital nature would be the only nature we would have, if there would be no psychic presence, spark of our soul, and then vital hunger would destroy the world. It is not, you cannot satisfy it. It wants more and more and more constantly. More you give, more it wants. It's a strange form of desire. That's why better not to go for it at all. Sri Aurobindo somewhere says, somebody asks him in the letters of on yoga, whether we should, maybe it's easier way when the desire is too strong to satisfy it a bit and then just to leave it. And he says, better not to satisfy it at all. Because the moment you satisfy it a little, though there is a practice in yoga, if you are, it's unbearable. For example, you have some habit of smoking and it's unbearable not to smoke, or drinking or anything. So there is a method that you can drink a little or smoke a little and drop it immediately, just to kill that edge of desire. But usually it's recommended not to fall for satisfaction of it, because the moment you satisfy it, it asks again and again.
Mm.
So it's not dushpurena, difficult to fill, to fulfill. Indriyani mano buddhih asya adhisthana muchyate. Indriyani mano buddhir asya adhisthana muchyate. Etair vimohayatyesha jnanam avritya dehinam. Indriyas, manas, and buddhi are considered to be the foundation of it. So these are the foundations for the desire. Etai, and by these vimohayati, he is bewildered, or he, how to say, it makes you bewildered. Yeah? Um, this one is having covered the knowledge, the self-realization of the dehinam, of the dehin, how to put it, the embodied knowledge, the knowledge which is the self-realization which is in the body, having covered, it bewilders you. So it does something. It separates us from our inner selves. It reorients our search somewhere else for ourselves. And we are going for other forces instead of connecting to ourselves. Tasmat tvam indriyan yado niyam yabharatarshambha papmanam prajahi hyenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Therefore, you first having restricted first the Indriyas, or best of Bharatas, Bharatarshambha, Papmanam Prajahi, kill this enemy, or this sin, Hyenam, this one, indeed. Jnana Vijnana Nashanam, which destroys the knowledge and discernment. Indriyani Paranyaho, Indriyas are high, as they say. Indriyebhyav Param Manaha, and higher than Indriyas are Manas, mind. Manasastu Para Buddhih, higher than Manas is Buddhi. Yo Buddhev Paratah tu Saha, and who is higher than Buddhi, he indeed is. Evam Buddhev Param Buddhva, thus having thought about awaken to the highest than Buddhi, samstabhyatmana atmana, having established the self by the self, jahi shatrum, kill the enemy, or mahabaho, or powerful in hands, or mighty handed, mighty armed, kamarupam durasadam, the one which is difficult to destroy form of karma. So this is the enemy, the karma. His suggestion is very direct. Kill the enemy who is the desire. But he speaks to Kshatriya, we should not forget, the warrior, the fighter. The fighter understands this. He can deal with his desire. The same Siddhartha or Buddha, Gautama, yes, he was also a warrior, king, and his method is very Kshatriya method, very
Yeah.
severe.
It's all about discipline.
It's about discipline, about destroying the desire, ego, fighting with it, yeah, one on one. So to kill the desire is not an easy task, truly speaking. The more you hit on it, the more it comes. It will not give in.
Yeah. So there are, there are also different ways.
Yeah, there are ways, and they are all failing at the end. But there is a way just to erase the consciousness, or get initiated, or get liberated. If we are separating Purusha from Prakriti and becoming liberated, then we can manage the desire. But otherwise, we don't have the force. It's some kind of...
But there is also, when you were speaking earlier, you were speaking about addictions.
Mm,
Talking about smoking and stuff like that. Um, and those desires are harmful. I mean,
right.
you do things that you know aren't good for you, but still you want.
Yeah,
Uh, Desire is also what makes us get up every morning, what makes us want to be alive.
maybe we should make a distinction. By the way, he will make a distinction. I mean, he will say that he is also karma later, but which is not against dharma. Yeah? That's a very kind of tricky way of putting it. So there is something which is like, yes, desire for life, truth, desire for fulfillment in life, which is normal and should be there. Desire for wealth in not only wealth of possessing wealth, but also being wealthy, having wealthy life, meaningful life, yeah, fulfilled life in every way, which is okay. Everything is okay as long as it is not against dharma. even kama, artha, whatever we have, dharma and moksha, these are also the desires, purusharthas, yes? So kama is needed to have a family, to have children, to whatever, young age. You cannot say that you have to be sannyasin from the beginning. That's what they try to do in this Tapasvin's tradition, yes? To impose this ideal of rejection of life, vairagya. You are detested with life, which is not the ideal of Krishna. The desire has to be killed, but the beauty of life has to continue. The life itself, the motivation for life has to continue on another ground, not motivated by desire, vital desire, but motivated by aspiration of the soul, looking for the truth in. This is the distinction he makes. We have to have another engine behind, other energy prepared behind, which is many times which is not very clear what it is and getting mixed up with vital cravings and habits. And then we make mistakes. And not once, and we will continue, I guess, making mistakes for a while until we are ready. Totally. I'm not sounding very pessimistic. No,
Mm, it's okay. So,
it's okay. All right, can handle it. And what is your view? We are finishing the third chapter. That's a big chapter.
well, it doesn't really matter what was my view, but
Eh,
it's just that what I sometimes feel is that some things are, I'm not sure of my words in English, but are circumstantial, like they are linked also to a background, a cultural, social background. There are things that are absolutely universal, and there are others that are sometimes linked to a place, um, geographic, in terms of geography, time, and culture. And what is adharmic for one society can be
right.
dharmic for another.
Yeah.
And for me, it is just always important to, um, as long as it uh, concerns discipline and imposing um, a kind of frame to oneself, be really sure what is universal and what isn't. Something like that.
Mm,
Well, one can never be sure, but just to consider.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay, let's read from 36 to whatever, 43. Try to read how it would sound. Om Arjuna Uvacham Atha Kena Prayuktoyam
Atthakena prayuktoyam
Papam Charati Purushaham
papam charati purusham
Anichanna Vivarsneya
aniccannapi varsneya
Baladiva Niyojitaham
baladivani yoditaha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacham
Sri Bhagavan Vacha
Kama Esha Krodha Esha
Kamaisha Krodhaisha
Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha
Rajoguna Samudbhavaha
Mahashano Mahapapma
महाशनो महापाप्मा
Vidhyenam iha vairinam.
विद्धेनम् इह वारिणम्
Dhumena vriyate vahnir.
धूमेन व्रियते वह्निः
Yatha darsho malena cha.
यथा दक्षो मलेन च
Yathol bena vrito garbhah.
यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्वा
Tatha tene damavritam.
तथा तेनेदमावृतम्
Avritam jnanam etena.
आवृतं जनमेतेन
Jnani no nitya vairena.
नन्नो नित्यवैरिणा
Kama rupena kaunteya.
कामारूपेण कौन्तेय
Dushpurena nalena cha.
दुष्पूरेण नलेन च
Indriyani mano buddhir.
इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिर्
Asyadhishthanam
अस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते
Etairvimohayatyesha
एतैर्विमोहयत्येषा
jnanamavritya dehinam
ज्ञानम् मत्कृत्य देहिनम्
tasmatvam indriyan yadav
तस्मद्वनिन्द्रियान् तस्मद्वनिन्द्रियाण्यादौ
niyamya bharatarshobha
नियम्य भारतर्षभाम्
papmanam prajahiyenam
आत्मानं प्रचहितेनं
jnana vijnana nashanam
ज्ञानविज्ञाननाशनम्
indriyani paranyahur
इन्द्रियाणि परञ्जाहि
indriyebhyah param manah
इन्द्रियेभ्यः परं मनः
manasastu para buddhir
मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिर्
buddhe yo buddhev paratastu saham.
यो बुद्धे परस्तु
Para,
परतस्तु सः
evam buddhev param buddhva
एवं बुद्धिः परं बुद्धा
samstabhyatmanam atmana
संस्तभ्यत्मा संस्थभ्यात्मानमात्मना
jahi shatrum mahabaho
जाहि शत्रुं महाभाहो
kama rupam durasadam.
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
I think we have somewhere the refrain at the end. At the end of each chapter, we have this kind of, Om Tat Satiti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Supanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Karma Yoga Nama Tritiyo Dhyaya. But it is only in the book. It's not published here. All right, number 4. Number 4 continues beautifully with from number 3. Here he introduces the vision which the Karma Yoga from the beginning of time was given to the kings. And interestingly enough, to the kings, not to the Brahmins. It's in a way the king yoga, yoga, Raja yoga, in a way. श्रीभगवानुवाच इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययं विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत् एवं परस्परा प्राप्तम् एवं परम्परा प्राप्तम् इमं राजर्षयो विदुः सकालेन महता yogo nashtaf parantapa sa evayam maya tedya yogaf proktah puratanaha bhaktosime sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. So these three shlokas, Shri Bhagavan imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam. This yoga, imam yogam, proktavan, I declared to Vivasvat. Vivasvat is the Lord of the Sun, Vivasvan, yeah, the Godhead of the Sun, which is kind of like Lucifer, yeah, Vivasvat, similar idea. Lucifer, the one full of light. Vivasvat is also the full of light, shining in all directions. Aham, I proclaimed, Proktavan, Avyayam, eternal yoga. Vivasvan, Manave Praha, and Vivasvan spoke it to Manu. Manu is our mental framework or mental humanity. Humanity is built in Manu. Manu is our father of humanity. Manur Ikshvakave Bravit. And Manu spoke, gave it to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku is considered to be the first king of the solar dynasty. Yeah, there were two dynasties of kings, solar and lunar. Lunar dynasty is Pururavas and Urvashi in the Rig Veda, and Ikshvaku is the solar dynasty of the kings. It's interesting that we have solar and lunar, like calendars, like the same as in Jyotisha. So, evam parampara praptam, having gotten from one to another, Imam Raja Shoyovidu, the Raja Rishis, spoke or knew about it, Sakalene Mahata, and with a long period of time, Yoga Nashtach. The yoga was lost, O Parantapa, O Arjuna. Saivayam Maya Tedya, and now that yoga, that indeed, Saeva, I am this one, Maya Tedya, to you by me, Adya today, Yoga Proktach. The yoga is declared, Puratanach, ancient. Bhakto me, you are my bhakta, Sakha Cheti, and friend. Rahasyam Hetatuttamam, the secret, highest secret is declared to you because you are my bhakta and my friend. This is a kind of beautiful exposition because why should he declare that ancient yoga which was lost long ago to Arjuna? Because Arjuna is his beloved. So we can see that karma yoga is a very ancient yoga of how to do the sacrifice. I think the whole sacrifice concept of the sacrifice in the Veda is built on this karma yogic vision. Arjuna uvacha aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah kathametat vijaniyam tvam adau proktavan iti. Aparam bhavatah janma, your birth was after Param Janma Vivasvatah, and the birth of Vivasvat was earlier. Katham etat vijaniyam, how can I understand this? Tvam adau proktavan iti, that you say that you declared it at the beginning. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, and the blissful Lord said, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna. There are many births of mine and yours are already passed away. Tani aham veda sarvani. I know all of them. Natvam betha parantapa, but you don't know them. Ajopi san avyayatma Bhutanam Ishvaropi san Prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami yatmana mayaya. Maybe we will come later to this. Let us read these 5 shlokas. That's a new topic starts. Om Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Om Shri Bhagavan Vacham
Imam Vivasvate Yogam
Imam Vivaspate Yogam
Proktavan Avyayam
Bhaktavanahamavyayam
Vivasvan Manave Praham
Vivasvan Manave Paham
Manurikshva Kave Bravit
Manurichva Kave Bravit
Evam Parampara Praptam
Devam Parampara Pratam
Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu. Sorry.
Imam Rajakshayo Viduhu
Sakale Nehamahata
Sakale Nihamahatam
Yogo Nashtav Parantapa
Yogo Nashta Param Tapam
Sa Evayam Maya Tedya
Sa eva Yamaya Tedya
Yogav Proktav Puratanaha
Yoga Prokta Puratanaha
Bhakto Sime Sakha Cheti
Bhatto Sime Sakha Cheti
Rahasyam Hyetaduttamam.
Rahasyam Ye Taduttamam
Arjuna Uvacham
Arjuna Vacha
Aparam Bhavato Janma
Aparam Bhavato Janma
Param Janma Vivasvataha
Param Janma Vivasvataha
Katham Etad Vijaniyam
Tatham me tat vijaniyam
Tvamadav Proktavan iti.
Tvamadav proktamadvaniti
Shri Bhagavan Uvacham
Shri Bhagavan Vacha
Bahuni me vyatitani
Bahuni me vyate kani
Janmani tava charjuna
Janmani tavacharjuna
Tanyaham Veda Sarvani
Tanyaham veda sarvani
Natvam Vetha Parantapa
Natvam vittha param tapam
Ajopi Sannavyayatma
Achopi sannavyayatma
Bhutanam Ishvaropi San
Bhutanam Ishvaropi San
Kritim Swam Adhisthaya
Prakrim Prakritim Svamadhisthayam
Sambhavam Yatmamayaya.
Sambhavati Sambhavam Yatmamayayam
Very nice. Yada yada hi dharmasya
Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya
glanir bhavati bharatam
Glani Bhavati Bharatam
abhyuthanam adharmasya
Abhyuthanamadharmasya
tadatmanam sarjamyaham.
Tadatmanam Srijamyaham
Paritranaya sadhunam
Paritranaya Sadhunam
vinashaya cha dushkritam
Vinashaya Chadushkritam
dharma samsthapanarthaya
Dharma Samsthapanarthayam
sambhavami yuge yuge.
Sambhavami Yuge Yuge
Janma karma cha me divyam
Dhamma Karma Chame Divyam
evam yo veti tatvataha.
Evam Yoveti Krataham
Tyaktva deham punarjanma
Tyaktva deham punarjanmam
naiti mam eti sorjuna.
Naiti mam eti sojunam
Vitaraga bhaya krodha
Vittaragha bhaya krodham
manmaya mam upashrita
Manmayamam upashrita
bahavo jnana tapasa
Bahavo jnana tapasa
puta madbhavam agata.
Utamadbhavamagataha.
Very nice. Great. Ajopi, I am unborn, son, am. I am unborn, avyayatma, with indestructible self. Bhutanam Ishvaropi san. I am the Lord of all the beings. Prakritim swamadhishtaya, having established once my own prakriti, sambhavami, I produce myself, atma mayaya. I become here in this world by my self maya, by my self creative power. Yada yada, whenever, indeed, he dharmasya, of dharma, glanir, decline, bhavati bharata, is, of bharata, abhyuthanam adharmasya, and rising of adharma, tadatmanam srijam yaham, then I produce myself. This is about the avatarhood. Yes? When avatar is born, it is when the rising of adharma and decline of dharma is taking place. Then the dharma has to shift, to change. That means that this is the sign for the divine to interfere. That's what he did in and why this war took place, because he had to shift from one dharma to another. Paritranaya sadhunam, for the protection of sadhus. Vinashaya cha dushkritam, and for the destruction of the ill-doers. Dushkrit, the one who does evildoers. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, for the establishment of dharma. Sambhavami yuge yuge. I am born in every age, in every yuga. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatach, and the one who knows my divine birth and action here in its essence, tatvatach, tyaktva deham, having left his body, punarjanma na eti, he doesn't go to the next birth. Mam eti, he comes to me, O Arjuna. Vitaraga bhaya krodhach, but those whose krodha, bhaya, and raga are gone, literally, whose krodha, bhaya, and raga are gone, whose desire, fear, and anger are gone, manmaya, who are fulfilled in me, mamupashritach, who find refuge in me, or take refuge in me,
And
bahavach,
what would be the refuge there?
upashritach. Ashri is to find refuge, to come to the refuge. Taking refuge in me. Mam upashritaha. Bahavach jnana tapasa. Puta. And those who are purified by many concentrations of knowledge. Jnana tapasa putaha. Madbhavam agatach. They come to my nature. Madbhavam agatach. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ye yatha mam prapadyante tan tathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartanti manushyah partha sarvashah.
Yes.
Who, in what way, literally, approaches me or finds prapadyante, mam prapadyante, literally who prostrate in front of me, who surrender to me in whatever way, tan tatha eva, in that way and those, I love. Bhajamyaham. I love them in the same way. So basically, as they love me and they approach me, so I love them and approach them. So the most probably that is what when people speak about self-love, yes? Because how they love the divine, so they get that love. It's an amazing thing to think that whenever we pray to the divine or we love the divine, that very love is already a fulfillment, so to say. It is the love of the divine within us, which loves the divine. So in the same form, we get it. It's not something which comes after. It is in the moment of that aspiration. That aspiration is the fulfillment. Mama Vartmanu Vartante. They are following my path. Mama Vartma Anuvartante. Manushya Partha Sarvashach. Men follow in every way my path, O son of Partha, or Prithva, Parthiva, or Partha in this case, sorry. So there is a kind of unique connection between our soul and beloved of our soul, Krishna. That is what the most intimate in these relations of our soul and the divine, which we are seeking refuge in. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajante iha devataha. Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kankshantah. Desiring, literally. Yes? Karmanam siddhim, the realization of their actions or the success in their doings. Yajante iha devatah. They sacrifice here to the gods, desiring the success in their actions. Kshipram hi manushe loke, because fast in the world of man, siddhih bhavati karmaja, the success becomes born from action. So there must be some activity made for certain realization, for certain success. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram api mam vidhi akartaram avyayam. Tasya kartaram api mam vidhya kartaram avyayam. This are sandhis. This world, Srishtam, is created as Chaturvarnyam of four major qualities. Maya Srishtam is created by me in four different qualities. And these are the qualities of Maheshwari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati, four different Varnas. Yes? Guna Karma Vibhagashah, in according with divisions of the qualities and activities which are to be done. Tasya kartaram api imam vidhi akartaram avyayam. Know me for the doer of this, the fourfold law of human workings, who am yet the imperishable non-doer. This is a strange shloka. I think it will put even Ganesha to deep thinking from the grammatical point of view. Of that Know me as the doer indeed, non-doer eternal. The non-doer doer eternal. Namam karmani limpanti, because the actions do not stick to me. Name karta, name karma phales preha, and I do not have any desire for the fruit of action. Iti mam yobhijanati, and the one who recognizes me in this way, karma bhikna sabadhyate, he is never mm, bound by any actions. There are no consequences for his actions. Why? Because he recognizes the truth of non-consequential activity. Because for him there is nothing to realize here for the Supreme, and still he is in the work. Constantly is staying in the activity. Okay, let us read these few, these four. Ye yathamam prapadyante
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते
tanstathaiva bhajamyaham
संस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्
mama vartmanuvartante
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते
manushyav partha sarvashah
मनुष्याः पार्थः सर्वशः
kangshantah karmanam siddhim
काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
yajanta iha devata
यजन्त इह देवतः
kshipram hi manushe loke
क्षिप्रं हि मनुष्ये लोके
siddhir bhavati karmaja
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजाम्
chaturvarnyam maya srishtam
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं
gunakarma vibhagashah
गुणकर्माविभागशः
tasya kartaram apimam
तस्य कर्तारम् अप्रिमाम्
akartaram vidhyakartaram avyayam
विद्याकर्तारमव्ययम्
namam karmani limpanti
नामं कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति
name karma phale spreha
नामे कर्मफले स्पृहाम्
iti mam yobhijanati
इति मां योऽभिजानाति
karma bhirna sabadhyate.
कर्मभिर्न सपद्यते
Very nice. Evam jñatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhih kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam purvaih purvataram kritam. We can read few more. Evam jñatva kritam karma
एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म
purvairapi mumukshubhih
पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः
kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam
कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं
purvaih purvataram kritam.
पूर्वैः पूर्वतरं कृतं
Kim karma kim akarmeti
किं कर्म किम् अकर्मेति
kavayopyatra mohitah
कवयोऽप्यप्रमोहितः
tatte karma pravakshyami
तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि
yajñatva mokšyase shubhat
यज्ञत्वा मोक्ष्यसे सुभात्
karmano hyapi bodhavyam
कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धाव्यं
bodhavyam cha vikarmanah
बोद्धाव्यं च विकर्मणः
Akarmanascha bodhavyam
akarmanascha buddhyavam
gahana karmano gatihi.
gahana karmano gatihi.
These are fundamental questions. Oh, let us do one more. Karmanya karma yah pashyet
Karmanya karmaya paschet
akarmani cha karman yah
akarmani cha karmayaham
sabuddhiman manushyeshu
sabbuddhiman manushyesu
sayuktah kritsna karma krit.
sayukta krishna karma krit.
This is important. All right, these are the new shlokas. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvaih api mumukshubhih. So knowing was work done by the man of old who sought liberation, mumukshubhih, by the mumukshus seeking mukti. First of old, purvaihi mumukshubhi, the karma kritam was done. Evam jnatva, knowing thus as he spoke in this chapter. So knowing thus, the karma was done by the ancient seekers of liberation. Kuru karma eva tasmatvam. Therefore you do the karma in purvaih purvataram kritam, as it was done before by the ancients. Kim karma? What is action? Kim akarma iti? What is inaction? Kavayopyatra mohitach. Even the seers are here bewildered. Tate karma pravakshyami. And I will declare to you about karma. Yajnatva, having known which, mokshyase shubhat, you will be liberated from the impurity. Karmano hyapi bodhavyam. Think about karma. Bodhavyam cha vikarmanach. Think about vikarma. Vikarma is wrong action or distorted action. Akarmanascha bodhavyam. Think about akarma, inaction. Gahana karmano gatihi. Deep is the path of Gahana, deep gatihi. Deep is the path or goal of karma. We really do not know what karma is, truly speaking. What is this activity of nature which is constantly going on? And what is right activity? What is wrong? What is non-activity? And then he says interesting thing, and we will stop here. Karman ya karma yah pashyet, the one who sees akarma in karma, akarmani cha karmayach, and the karma in akarma. Sabuddhiman, he is buddhiman, intelligent, manushyeshu, among men. Sayuktah, he is composed. Kritsna karma krit, he is the doer of all karma. He accomplished already everything in the world. The one who sees in non-doing doing and in doing non-doing. Great, we can stop here. We did quite a big piece. Nice.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Tomorrow I will not be able.
No? Pity. We are going into some Isha Upanishad or something you may enjoy.
And I have not had time also to listen to what has been done.
You're okay. It's too late for you already. My God, it's like how many? It's like 10 o'clock, 11. So
Uh,
sorry
no,
for this.
I'm fine. I'm fine. No, it's 10. It's just 10.
Yeah,
Just I've had a very I've been driving a lot.
hectic life.
It's yeah.
you are also in transition like myself. I'm in this transitional period. I do not know. I'm kind of everything new in my life. I left everything behind, my life, my house, my people, friends, relatives. Totally new situation. It's like boom, you know, kind of new life. Very difficult to was difficult first year, but now it's easier. I'm kind of accepting it, whatever it may be, what to do. So flow with it, go with it.
When did you do that?
It happened 2 years back. It was such a hit, like boom. My Saturn came back, so to say, into my horoscope, into my Jyotish, as they say. Now I will be in this period for quite some time, hanging somewhere, and I have to get used to it and to accept my destiny and go into the spiritual part or go into something truer to myself. Don't have to be worried too much about outer securities, fulfillments, and so on. I think you are something similar to this. Yeah, kind of you are everywhere in a different places and
Yeah, see,
traveling, living. I lived with my friends here, then with my friends there, with my friends elsewhere. It's like like constant journey.
yeah, it's also the. I was living in Belgium the year before that, and
Belgium is lovely. The people are nice.
the people are really nice.
Mm.
It's a little more open than France.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can notice that. Yeah, definitely. Mm. They are also skeptical, but differently. Frenchies are very also aristocratically skeptical. They are very fond of themselves. So,
Yeah, but I don't know. When I was living here, um, I went very much into the